Peacetown, what a beautiful place. Peacetown, come show your face. Peacetown, it's full of grace. It's a beautiful place, such a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place to be. I went on down to Peacetown. I was looking for a little fun. The girls and boys were full of joy.
Hello, friends and neighbors, and welcome to Peacetown, a place where we encourage and embrace love, peace, and joy in you, in our community, and in our world. We seek to bring out the best in one another by creating the good, the holy, and the beautiful through music, art, dance, poetry, and in our day-to-day lives. I'm your host, Jim Corbett, and I hope as you view the creativity in Peacetown, you will be encouraged to embrace your own creativity and bring love, peace, and joy to your world. Please enjoy the show. This week, we will have the blues legend, Mr. Nick Gravenitis with his all-star band, and extraordinary bluegrass with the Kinfolk. But first, a drum blessing from Onye.
Welcome to Peacetown. I bring you blessings of purification, cleansing your mental mind, your body, mind, heart, emotions, to sanctify yourself before your God, Mother God, Father God, and the universe. So you are behold by the powers of the earth, by the powers of the fire element, by the power of the water element, by the power of the soul energy of the sun, by the power of light. Light, the most powerful phenomenon, purifying methods in our mental set, in our psyche. Purification of the four corners of the universe, or the four corners of the earth, the four corners of the entire world. In each individual, each family, each society, each community, and each in the universe, as we see it, to purify, to sanctify, so we can love, so we can be strengthened, to have the strength within ourselves, spiritually, in our heart space, so we can be generous with our giving and receiving. We can be generous in sharing by purifying, in sharing what we have with another. To purify, to cleanse, to cleanse. To cleanse your lungs, to cleanse all the intoxicity and you have assumed, to declare it destroyed, decimate it, dispel it, so you are renewed. If you don't cleanse properly, how can you revive your spirit and your soul? How can you come anew, come refreshed? How can you pass on all this to the next generation or to anyone that seeks it? So we are required to cleanse ourselves constantly, to drink water, to speak kind words to each other. It's purification. When you say something negative against someone or accuse them or betray them, you have dispurified them. You have dispurified them. To renew them into a life space, be kind, be kinder, be positive, and share your joy with them. It goes around everywhere in the world. So we just imagine the whole entire world at a space of tranquility. Just imagine entire world, individuals, humans, everywhere unified in peace, in kindness, in love. Just imagine that. We are purified. We are purified. Wherever you say, wherever you are, say to each other, to yourself, I am purified. I am purified with laughter. I am purified with my breath. I am purified with my body. I am purified with my joy. I celebrate purification with you.
Peacetown, what a beautiful place.
Hi, welcome to my studio. My name is Susan Prail, and I'm here on Sexton Road in Sebastopol. I'm usually doing open studios this weekend, but with the quarantine, I thought I would just invite you in to my studio so you can take a peek at what I do. My work is abstract, acrylic with oil pastels, graphite, sometimes collage elements work themselves into my work. And my husband's also an aerial photographer, so oftentimes my paintings depict an aerial perspective. This is my corner where I paint. My website is susanprail.com, and I've just updated it, so I have a lot of new work on there. And if you'd like to see any of my work and stop by the studio, just check out my website and make an appointment. Here you go. That's it. Thanks for stopping by.
right now in New York City. And I was happy enough to be associated with him in his early career. Song called Born in Chicago. I was born in Chicago, 1941. Born in Chicago, 1941. My father told me, son, get yourself a gun. Well, my first train went down when I was 17 years old. First train went down when I was 17 years old. One thing I can say about that boy, he got gold. Second train went down when I was 21 years of age. Second train went down when I was 21 years of age. Well, one thing I can say about that boy, he got brave. Well, the rules were all right, but there's no one there to play the game. Well, the rules are all right, but there's no one there to play the game. Well, I'm not criticized, I will not tell you, hey, don't see the same. Oh, Lord, in Chicago, 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 hey, don't say the same. Worship. This is our final number, so if you got anything to say it now. Well, rules are all right, if there's someone left to play the game. Rules are all right, if there's someone left to play the game. But all my friends are going, they don't seem to say no. Lord in Chicago, Lord in Chicago, Lord in Chicago, Lord in Chicago, Lord in Chicago. Steve Barbier. What an epic band! I think you want to hear one more? Oh, get back here, Nick. Come on.
Gary Silva, welcome to Peacetown.
Well, thank you for having me, Frank.
I see you're wearing an electric flag t-shirt. I mean, that's the day. That's amazing.
Yeah, that goes way back.
Well,
Yeah.
that was a band that Nick Gravenitis formed with Michael Bloomfield. But going even back further than back, I've just got to say some names of the people that you've played with. Luther Tucker, Big Mama Thornton, Albert Collins, Little Walter, John Lee Hooker, you played with Michael Bloomfield. I mean, that's a legend. Elvin Bishop, of course. I remember you played for him for years, and also with Charlie Musselwhite, Norton Buffalo, Buddy Guy in Europe. And the stuff I've heard you playing with Volker Striffler, man, I love him. He's such a gentleman. He's such a great player. But to play with Nick Gravenitis must just be such a treat for you.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, we became very close, and I love getting, he has a lot of trust in me apparently, because I'll get a phone call from him and he'll say, "Hey Silva, put a band together. I got a gig," and so okay. And he doesn't know who's going to be in the band, and I just get to pick the best guys I can find, and with Volker, Harvey Mandel, Ruben Valtierra from Weird Al.
Wow. Well, I know the bands have been fabulous, and they really have supported. I mean, Nick Gravenitis, for people that are new to his place in the blues, he's in the Blues Hall of Fame for his song "Born in Chicago." But he really is a living human treasure for our planet. Really, he's a deep resource of music as essence, and his voice. I swear, it is magical. Yeah.
Whenever I hear his voice, it just takes me back. It takes me back to those old days, and I spent a little time in Chicago, and whenever I hear his voice, of course, all the other blues legends, of course, but for as far as locally, whenever I hear his voice out here, it just takes me back, and I just go, man, it just reminds me of Chicago, and he's a encyclopedia of blues knowledge, and he's got some great stories. Got a great sense of humor. Pretty dry, but he's he's a treasure. We're lucky to have him around, and I feel fortunate, and so do the guys in the band. He's had a rough week. Unfortunately, he's lost 3 friends this week, and his car blew up. So he's having a hard time getting around, and he's okay. But whenever you lose someone, let alone 3, but it takes something out of you. So he's kind of a little bit in seclusion right now, and then again with the with
coronavirus. Well, it is. Fortunately, we have the performance that we're going to play. We're going to play Nick Gravenitis and the band that you guys did for Peacetown. It's like an incredible piece, incredible afternoon. I mean, it was magical. Yeah. It was as good as music gets. And so we're gonna check in right now with Nick Gravenitis and the band. Thank you so much, Gary.
All right, thank you.
Got busted. Don't wanna be the loser again. Wanna play a game where the good guys win. Yeah, you can't hurt me no more. My favorite dice that were loaded got it by sugar coat. Well, for the solo, boy. For the game you play, you pay the price you'll never collect. You write it off like a bad debt. Yeah, you can't hurt me no more. Yeah, you hurt me no more. Yeah, you can't hurt me no more.
Hey Jake, tell us how Jake's Pies came about.
Everyone in Fiji knows how to make pies. There is no secret in making pies. See, people will ask me, there is a secret? No, there is no secret. Because there is no secret in making pies. But making good pies, I think it comes from my heart of making pies. Now, for me, making these pies is something more than making pies. So like I said, it's transcendent
love,
too.
Man,
it's a love,
It's
pure kindness. Because, you know, it kind of, like I said, it's physicalized the kindness that the Fijian people have. And kindness comes with an act. You can be kind in words, but an act solidifies the kindness. Huh?
Yeah.
So forgiving, like, see, that's why we have the pies like that. Because we give the cup of kava, the yangona, like that. So we give it with two hands. So that's why if you see that, it's the Fijian people, that's our culture. We give things in two hands. We don't give it like that. We give things in two hands. And we receive things too in two hands. You know, and we clap with two hands when we nama.
This is titled The Peace of Wild Things by Wendell Berry. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wait in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives might be. I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still waters, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the Word and am free.
Namaste. Meet my kids, Hunter and Lucy. I tell children that namaste means the good things in me see the good things in you, and the good things in you see the good things in me, even when you're having a bad day. There is a beautiful mantra meditation that I have learned and is great for children, families, and humans of all ages. It is accessible anywhere, anytime, and in every language. It is the perfect tool to use when you are having a bad day, experiencing something difficult, or need a moment of peace. By tapping each finger to your thumb, it sends signals to the brain to calm the central nervous system and find your inner peace. Bringing your hands up, spreading the fingers wide, tap the index finger to the thumb, the middle finger to the thumb, your ring finger to the thumb, and the pinky to the thumb. Now, adding a 4-word mantra. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. La paz empieza conmigo. La paz empieza conmigo. La paz empieza conmigo. Hu ping gamwa kaisher. Hu ping gamwa kaisher. Hu ping gamwa kaisher. Mo sanga suru shanti. Mo sanga suru shanti. Mo sanga suru shanti. Ho ping se no. Ho ping se no. Ho ping se no. Pace enenzia con me. Pace enenzia con me. Pace enenzia con me. A paz começa conmigo. A paz começa conmigo. A paz começa conmigo. Amani Juanza na mimi. Amani Juanza na mimi. Amani Juanza na mimi. Now in sign language. Now we're gonna whisper. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Now in our minds. Namaste and peace be with you.
Can we watch it now?
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I'm riding on a one-wheel wagon, flying down the incline of life, trying to hold on until I reach the bottom. Man, it's one hell of a ride. trains rolling down one-way track. How much more can I take? Pace is pushing frantic. Grab another straw and put it on my back. I feel like I'm riding on a one-wheel wagon, flying down the incline of life, trying to hold on until I reach the bottom. Man, it's one hell of a ride. I feel like I'm riding on a one-wheel wagon, flying down the incline of life, trying to hold on until I reach the bottom. Man, it's one hell of a ride. I feel like I'm riding on a one-wheel wagon, flying down the incline of life, trying to hold on until I reach the bottom. Man, it's one hell of a ride. Woo! One hell of a ride.
Peacetown, it's a wonderful place. Peacetown, don't show your face. No, wait a minute. That's the opposite.
That's
Mr.
it.
Music, Jim Corbett.
Good to be here with you, Francis. Yeah, and so excited about cranking up our virtual Peacetown. It's been really successful so far.
Oh, people are loving it because we love people and people love music and musicians love people. And it is actually, it's love. It's what it's all about. And, but for having the vision to step forward and to say the show will go on, congratulations, Jim. This is like the party that you started at your house that then became the party in Ives Park and now is becoming a global party. So congratulations.
That's right. Well, it feels good to keep the light on for Peacetown and hopefully we'll be back to Ives Park next year and keep that community spirit going.
Yeah, we
but
love
here
that.
we've just expanded our community spirit. So wherever the world goes, that's where Peacetown goes.
So that's where Peacetown is. Hey, so now about the Kate Wolf Festival, I had some questions for you because the Love Choir used to go to the Kate Wolf Festival, and I know that you use the Kate Wolf Festival to scout out unusual and far out music that you'd bring back to Peacetown. So what happened? Is it over? Is it canceled? What happened?
Well, Kate Wolf, of course, is canceled this year, but I think Cloud is planning on bringing back everybody that was scheduled this year for next year. So, and which we have also done. So everybody who's on our schedule this year will get the first option to play next year.
Oh, that's fabulous because this is a wonderful group. But I mean, I heard things like Baka and Beyond, and Old Blind Dog was like, they were a crazy Celtic, Scottish kind of Bill Kirchen, the Telemaster, the Teleblaster, Ace of Cups. And so you are bringing someone in for our show tonight, a kinfolk that is that you've brought here, and like they're the best of the LA bluegrass scene musicians. What's a little backstory on these guys? Like, who are they? And I hear there's a familial connection.
Yeah, well, brother music. My youngest brother Tom Corbett, who was just a little 10-year-old sitting on the couch listening to my jam sessions when I was in college, and he was soaking it all in, and he got himself a mandolin, and by the time he graduated from high school, he was a very accomplished mandolinist, and he went across the country and found Jethro Burns, and then came out to California to visit me, and found David Grisman and Mike Marshall and Frank Wakefield and all the other great mandolin players in the area, and took lessons from them. So now he's down in LA, and he's joined with Phil Salazar and the Kinfolk. And interestingly enough, a few years ago when I got my first album, they had a different name then, but they came and recorded a bunch of Mr. Music kids tunes and stuff. So we've had a great time, and they're really, every one of them is a tremendous musician and stuff. So, and the funny thing is that Phil called me and we got him the gig at Kate Wolf, but he really wanted to open up for Nick because he has been coming up and playing blues fiddle for Nick for a number of years. And the last time Nick said, "Hey, Phil, you're finally getting the blues now," yeah. So it's exciting to have that synergy. And then, as I say, we have blues and bluegrass, so that's going to be quite exciting because there's two forms that are a little bit opposite of each other, but they're both folk music to the finest. So I'm very excited about it.
Well, that's wonderful. And it's great to hear that there's more to Mr. Music than just Mr. Music, that there's a whole family of musicians that are playing. Well, why don't you give them a welcome and we'll check out Kinfolk.
Here's an old one that Rick Barella brought to the band back in 1884. All right, thank you.
Everybody, appreciate it.
We'll see you in the future.
You know, you try to find a little peace and quiet, and someone's always ringing a bell. Peace. Peace is alive. Peace is the reciprocal relationships of all of life creating mutual benefit. And here in Peacetown, we've become really good at diving deep into the peace that we find in our hearts and sharing our love, our commitment, and our community with the world. Together, we bring peace to our world by becoming silent together, celebrating the deep heartbeat that is our heartbeat, that is the heartbeat of everything that lives, that is the heartbeat of our world. Peace.
All you need to know on this one is that the words Tattavam Asi comes from Sanskrit, and it means thou art that. Are you ready? It's a jump rope rhyme. Tattavam Asi, thou art that leaf, that tree, that cow, that cat, that cloud, that sky, that moon, that sun, that you, that I. For all are one. So here we are, and there we go. And who we were, we hardly know. I think this I is only me, a drip, a drop, but not the sea. Yet when I wake from all these dreams, then like a snake, I'll shed what seems this mask, the skin, this ball and chain, and I'll begin to fall like rain. The heart's last home, the wind whipped foam, the sweet deep sea, Tattavam Asi. Thou art that.
Hey, citizens of Peacetown! Fly your Peacetown colors with our t-shirts for men, women, and kids. Get your warm and cozy hoodie in red, blue, or black. And we also have Peacetown wine glasses and Peacetown pint-sized beer mugs. Become a Peacetown ambassador at peacetown.org. That's PEACETOWN.org. And show your support for the Peacetown community. Peace out.
Next week, we'll have the swinging sounds of Tommy Thompson's and the queen of boogie woogie, Wendy DeWitt. And remember, dear friends, you are loved, loving and lovable forever. Peace.
The girls and boys were full of joy and dancing in the sun. The old folks and the young folks, why, little babies too. All were there to love and share and find that gentle groove. In Peacetown, it's a beautiful place. Peacetown, come show your face. Peacetown is full of grace. It's a beautiful place, such a beautiful